Hi, what's going on? It's me. Do you remember me? He who pods? JD? Hi. I know. I've been bad. I told you guys. You guys. I told you guys that I would be back very soon. And then a lot of shit happened. A lot of shit happened in the news. A lot of shit happened in life. And a lot of shit happened in tech. Man, I normally don't do this, but I just want to keep it real with y'all for one moment. Not saying I don't keep it real. I'm saying I normally don't share a bunch of stuff that's personal, but let me just tell y'all about my woes, my troubles, my difficulties. Just for a minute, I ain't gonna take 20 minutes to do this, but I'm not gonna lie. I know last episode I was like, yeah, man, I'll be right back. Yeah. And then the news was real weird, and I was like, nah, I don't wanna. And then the universe smacked me back with some karma. Bow. Said, what did the five fingers say to the face? Slap. Because I was ready. I said, all right, I'm a pod. Yeah. And the universe said, no. Because first, I had a few days of technical troubles with my good old laptop. Old Reliable was wilding out for a little while. I couldn't even figure out why. In fact, I still might need to see a Geek Squad or something. But we managing for now. And it was pretty wild. I couldn't do shit. It was taking hours and hours to edit videos, hours and hours to upload stuff. It was real bad out here for your boy. I'll say for a pimp, but I am far from a pimp. I'm just a man. And it was crazy. And I was like, all right, man. I figured, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I still don't really know what was wrong. But the shit started working again after a bunch of restarting and turning shit off and turning it on and updating and all of that. Finally, everything seems to be working okay. And so I said, all right, now I'm really ready. And I know they mad at me because bow bow, shame on me for taking long. They don't even know. I'm not even going to tell them. I'm just going to come on here and apologize. And then the Wi-Fi carriers decided otherwise. It wasn't no storm or nothing. This ain't Hurricane Ian or any of that, which we'll get to in a second. It was not even raining. Just all of a sudden, the Wi-Fi was down. The router was saying it wasn't working, and this wire's not plugged properly, and that wire's not plugged. Yo, man, it was weird. I said, I'm stressed. I'm out. Fuck it. I tried. They're gonna be mad at me, and I at this point I can't do anything about it. I'm just gonna say fuck it. I quit. Not permanently, but that day I was tired of trying because man, I was doing everything to the routers and the resets, and then I tried to call the Wi-Fi people, and it was late. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm not. It wasn't regular business hours when I was trying to do it. I'm not a regular business hours kind of guy. I'm gonna keep it real. So that one's on me, I guess. But the Wi-Fi was bugging out for like 24 hours. Yo, that's like 2-3 days of technical problems. And then for a second, I'm not gonna lie again, I just didn't know what to pot about. And that brings us here today. Friday. Friday, September 30th. It's the last hurrah. I said I gotta get a pot out. They're gonna be really mad at me. And I don't want y'all to be mad because I appreciate y'all. All of y'all. I know my brain is weird. I took a pause. I'm going to just share it with y'all. I might not even leave this in, but just in case, let's just see. But when I said all of y'all, I thought about Dr. Dre. He says, so fuck y'all. All of y'all. If y'all don't like me, blow me. I don't know why that came into my head when I was giving y'all some praise, but it's just the way my weird hip hop oriented brain works. But I appreciate all of you. Whether you're listening on the platforms or watching on the platforms or just catching clips of this on socials, I appreciate all of y'all. And I try to come up here and bring you some kind of something worth your time, maybe a little bit of value, maybe a little bit of entertainment, maybe just a little bit of something that'll spark a thought, make you think, make you say, not make you say, make you say, And so I'm here now, but I really have to be honest. The news is flooded, no pun intended, with Hurricane Ian stuff. And my heart goes out to the people in Florida, the same way my heart goes out to the people in Puerto Rico and everything they've been going through, everything they've had to endure as of late, since the last pod. But I don't want to come up here and talk about that shit. I ain't trying to sound foul. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't want to talk about that for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes. I don't even really want to spend any time on it, to be honest. And then everything else in the news seems to either be about January 6th stuff or Putin. Yo, I'm not gonna. All right, listen. When I was ready to pod, I wanted to come up here and tell y'all how much Putin was wilding when he told the UN, I don't give a fuck. He didn't use those words. I am summarizing and throwing a little bit of seasoning on it. A little Salt Bay. I know that's not how he does it. I'm aggressive with my salt. Actually, I don't really use a lot of salt. I'm more of a black pepper and garlic kind of guy. Those are the things I like to go to. I like to pour it on. Anyway, I was gonna come up here and tell y'all that Putin was really wilding and that he was really not giving a fuck and was like, oh, y'all about to meet at the UN? Well, fuck y'all. While y'all in there, this is how my brain interprets it for all the people who like to comment on the socials and on YouTube. I know this is not what he said verbatim. This is my version, okay? And Putin was all like, yeah, I don't give a fuck if y'all gonna have a meeting. I know y'all about to talk about me. So do what y'all want, but I don't give a fuck. I'll nuke niggas. I'll nuke everybody. I'll do it. But now that was a while ago, and that ain't even the wildest shit Putin done did. Sorry. Still, you could take the nigga out the hood, but you can't always take the hood out of the nigga. Anywho, by now, even today, Putin is still wilding. And so I don't want him to be the focus of this pod either. I don't want to focus on Putin. I don't want to focus on Ian. I don't want to focus on either one of them. And actually, if you saw the name of this pod, yeah, I pre-planned this name. You know that we're going to keep it real quiet today. It doesn't mean I'm not going to be passionate or speak boldly. But we're going to talk a lot about quiet things today. The theme of today's pod is shh. Quiet stuff. The opposite of my neighborhood. I mean, but it is Friday afternoon. What did I expect, right? Shame on me again. Before we get into our topics, I want to say two things. One, thank you for still being here. Yo, I appreciate y'all. I do. And number two is, I'm a little excited because it's my favorite season, baby. It's officially fall. That mean hoodie season, baby. That mean, hey. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Hoodie season out here. Spring is hoodie season too sometimes, which is why spring is also one of my favorite seasons. It's probably fall and then spring and then winter and then summer. We could talk about seasons another time, but I'm a little excited about fall. You get to break out the hoodies. You know what I'm saying? If you need a hoodie, you see me. We got merch, but that's another topic. You know what I'm saying? Hit me on the, you know what I'm saying? If you need a sexual, intellectual hoodie, we got other shit too. You know what I mean? I'll put a link somewhere, you know. We could put links and shit. Anyway, I like that it's brisk out there. I saw that it was like 50 degrees one day. I was hype. I was, ooh, 50, baby. All right, that's my two things. Enough of that. I know I would wasted 10 minutes of y'all time. I know, but I missed y'all. I ain't been here. I gotta come. I feel like I gotta get reacquainted with y'all. Like we got catching up to do. All right, maybe not. But quiet as kept. Ha ha ha. There's a lot of weird shit going on. So there's a lot of things surrounding one topic, kind of, that I want to dive into today because I want to ignore most of the news. So, first, during the pandemic, a term began to rise. A term called quiet quitting. Something I'd never heard before. I started hearing whispers of, pun intended. And then it was all the rage. It was all over the internet. In fact, it won't stop trending. I see quiet quitting on Twitter, TikTok, all the news outlets. Quiet quitting is all over the place. So let's talk first about quiet quitting. Whoops. What is quiet quitting? Well, specs on, I'm here to give you the definition of quiet quitting. I got a couple things today. Hopefully we can learn together because I don't know all of this stuff. I'm curious. Some stuff I looked up and was like, all right, we're going to get to it. So let's start with quiet quitting. Not a Quiet Place. That's a movie. Quiet quitting. Here we go. Well, let's start with good old Wiki. That was like Sega. I don't know if y'all know about that. Y'all might be younger than me. I don't know. But my 30s and up, see what I'm saying? I know Sega. Classics. Up, down, left, right, eight. Y'all know the codes. All right. Anyway, quiet quitting, according to Wikipedia, quiet quitting is an application of work to rule in which employees work within defined work hours and engage solely in activities within those hours. Despite the name, the philosophy of quiet quitting is not necessarily. See, I can't even read. It's been so long. Nah, I'm just playing. Quiet quitting is not necessarily connected to quitting a job outright, but rather doing precisely what the job requires. Where I'm from, that's called the bare minimum. Where I'm from, I'm sorry, I'm still scrolling here trying to see can I get y'all another one because good old NPR got something about it just about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Oh, quiet quitting is in a link. What's got? What we got? Oh, look at NPR.org. Articles linking to other articles about quiet quitting. Wow. So this is NPR.org. Y'all already know. It says closing your laptop at 5 p.m. Doing only assigned tasks, spending more time with family. These are just some of the common examples used to define the latest workplace trend of quiet quitting. Some experts say it's a misnomer. Okay, but it's a misnomer and should really be defined as carving out time to take care of yourself. Ed Zitron, who runs a media consulting business for tech startups and publishes the labor-focused newsletter Where's Your Ed At, believes the term stems from companies exploiting their employees' labor and how these businesses benefit from a culture of overwork without additional compensation. AKA, we're going to make y'all do a lot of shit, but we're not going to pay y'all the true value of what you're doing. Okay, so Quote, if you want people to go above and beyond, compensate them for it. Hell yeah. Give them $200. Give them $200. Pay them for the extra work. Zitron told NPR over email. Another quote, show them the direct path from quote, I am going above and beyond to I am being rewarded for doing so. Yeah, I'm with that. Yo, Zach, thumbs up. I'm with you. A TikTok video on quiet quitting posted in July by ZK Chillin, now Zaid Leblin. Yo, he's good. That boy's good. Went viral. Many TikTok users shared their own experiences in response with the quiet quitting, hashtag quiet quitting, gaining 8.2 million views on the platform as of 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday. This is August 19th, so I don't know what Thursday was sometime before that. Let's see what his TikTok video is. Maybe we could throw it up on the screen.
I recently learned about this term called quiet quitting, where you're not outright quitting your job, but you're quitting the idea of going above and beyond. You're still performing your duties, but you're no longer subscribing to the hustle culture mentality that work has to be your life. The reality is it's not, and your worth as a person is not defined by your labor.
Holler. Just want to see how many hits he got on his original sound. Of course, they open TikTok. Oh, the original sound is the noise. How can I see? 3.5 million views on that vid. 3.5. Zach is doing his thing. It was Zach, no? Let's go back. Psst, I'm sorry, Zach? Ed Zitron. Why was I calling him Zach? Sorry, boy. Sorry, player. Sorry, boss. Sorry, really smart guy who's good at TikTok as well. So, quiet quitting. Quiet quitting doesn't actually involve quitting. Instead, it has been deemed a response to hustle culture and burnout. Employees are quote unquote quitting, going above and beyond, and declining to do tasks they are not being paid for. Yo! Let me tell y'all right now, I'm with quiet quitting. I didn't even know that till right now. I just learned something. I also just smacked myself with a little bit of my hoodie here. With a drawstring situation. Yo, quiet quitting. I'm with that. If you are not being compensated properly, as Ed said, I'm sorry. I heard like 3 Eddie Murphy jokes in my head just now. Lots of media being consumed, as y'all can see. Yo, Ed said it. They should be compensated. I'm with that. Quiet quitting. Yo, my name is JD. Hold on, let me sit up straight in case they use this one day. My name is JD, and I approve of this message. Quiet quitting. No wonder it's all the rage, because cats is ODing. Want you to do 30 million tasks and pay you for only 5 of them. Well, this is no bueno. Not good. No es bueno. Necesita pagar, you have to pay the people. You have to compensate the people. Show them they're being rewarded. It could be a bonus. It could be a dinner. It could be an all expense paid vacation. Some of these things might sound crazy. But yo, you got to do something when people are busting their ass for you, for the company, for the employer. Show love, not just employment, especially if they are going above and beyond, because this is not a requirement. All right, now there's another term that has been birthed from this. I don't know what it means. I'm going to keep it a buck. But I have now seen articles about it, and that is quiet firing. All right, this is from time.com, like Time Magazine. Yeah, them. This is from September 10th, 2022, not too long ago. 20 days ago. The concept of quote-unquote quiet quitting has been spreading virally on social media, but another equally passive-aggressive workplace practice is also generating discourse. I told y'all shit was going viral. I do a lot of things, but lying ain't usually one of them. Okay, let's keep it going here. While quiet quitting refers to workers doing the bare minimum, what I said, yo, didn't I say they used to call that the bare minimum when I was a young buck not giving a fuck? I told you! Quiet quitting is doing the bare minimum. Yo, let me tell y'all something. Whoever is rolling with this term, I just want to let y'all know that this has been going on since forever. Perhaps they have coined a new term, but doing the bare minimum has been going on since probably work existed, since probably the inception of being paid a dollar amount, a currency amount for your work. Just want to keep it real and let y'all know that. This is not a new thing. That being said, let's get back to the article. Oh shit, I talked too long, the phone locked, but I'm back. Here we go. While quiet quitting refers to workers doing the bare minimum expected of them at work, the internet has coined a new term for what managers could end up doing in response. Quiet firing. I did not expect that shit to say social media influencer next. What a world, folks. Social media influencer DeAndre Brown was one of the first people to mention the term in a viral video on TikTok. Actually, it says in a viral TikTok video on August 24th, where he describes quote unquote quiet firing as a workplace that fails to reward an employee for their contributions to an organization, forcing them to leave their jobs. Okay, I just want to say this is the second article I read. They're not from the same place. And both of these things came from TikTok. Are y'all paying attention? And my actual friends who listen to this shit, are y'all paying attention? I digress. Let's play the video too. Fuck it.
Recently, there's been this huge conversation about people basically quiet quitting their jobs on social media, which is basically you quitting doing work outside of your 9-to-5 job description. And it's like, yes, as you should, but nobody's talking about quiet firing. And quiet firing is basically when you are doing the work within your job description and you are living up to your job responsibilities. However, your job is not throwing you a check. Why am I not getting a raise? Why am I not getting a promotion? If this is happening to you, your company is taking advantage of you and you need to loudly quit. What is loudly quitting you under? Packing your belongings and leaving. You don't pay me my worth, someone else will.
Okay, so first of all, I don't know if your frames were broken or if that was on purpose. I'm not a fashionable guy. I'm gonna guess that your frames, DeAndre, are purposely like that. And so now I say again, and y'all are gonna see it on the screen here. I got y'all. I don't know if they were sold this way or if he did this to his frames, but that's some genius shit. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is I'm following you, DeAndre Brown, because one, I feel you, son. And I don't mean son because you're younger. You probably are my same age. You know black don't crack, baby. You looking good, brother. I ain't trying to holler or nothing. I'm just saying I respect a man who looks young, who looks clean, and is doing his thing. So I gave you a follow. The next thing is DeAndre Brown is correct. And I'm not surprised that one of us, melanated, created this term. I kind of dig that too. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's not butter. All right, I'm sorry. No more references. I can't believe it, but I'm on board with two of these words, two of these terms, two of these trends. Another quote back to the Times article. It says it works great for companies, ellipses. Eventually, you'll either feel so incompetent, isolated, and unappreciated that you'll go find a new job and they'll never have to deal with a development plan or offer severance, wrote recruiter Bonnie Dilber in a viral LinkedIn post. Yo, everybody's viral. I'm getting jealous. Nah, I'm just playing. I think it's really interesting that a lot of this shit is coming from viral content. That inspires me as a creator. So Time and NPR, thank you for incorporating creators and giving them their credit, because all of these things are linked and we can click them and check them out. I appreciate that. Give creators their credit. Word. Does this matter? As many workers share their experiences of congregating online. And then there's some tips here that experts, quote unquote, are giving on how to, avoid quiet firing and speaking to managers and getting others to help advocate for you. Lots of interesting things here. So that's quiet quitting. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we got a third one. The Wall Street Journal. Wow, I can't talk. The Wall Street Journal wrote an article. That was like one bunched up word just now. Wall Street Journal. Yo, if y'all coined that term, Wall Street Journal, that could be your next content series. Journal, you know what I'm saying? I'm reaching, I know. All right. Wall Street Journal wrote an article about a new thing. Quiet spying? Bosses are using surveillance tools to spy on quiet quitters. Over the past 2.5 years, more companies have started to spy on their employees. Despite patchy evidence that use of workplace monitoring tech increases productivity, more companies are spying on their workers. That may not make employees work any harder. Yeah. I mean, I get it, right? When you own a business, I guess I could put this away, right? I don't need the specs either. Let's pod, baby. When you own a company, you care about your bottom line. You want to hire people who are competent, who are capable, and who are going to help you improve your workflow, improve your bottom line, improve profits, or that are going to make things easier. So now with all of the work from home stuff, I understand that employers are trying to make sure that their employees are able to do the job that they are assigned and that they're actually doing it, because now you can't just walk to your desk and see from your desk into the big fucking glass doored office. Yo, I'm not even tired. I just can't fucking talk today. It's crazy. I apologize. I'm sorry, y'all. He who pods is he who can't talks today. I don't know why. But yeah, you can't just go to your corner office and peer into the rest of the company and see them at cubicles and see what they're doing. Oh, look, Jonathan is over there speaking to Terry. Oh, why is Terry, not at her desk? Oh, whoa, what is Maria doing back there? Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore, right? So now you're trying to use tech and spyware and probably other things to see if your employees are doing the things that they're supposed to do and if they're maximizing their time. Because something that companies are often worried about is quote unquote stealing company time. What does that mean? That means you're just bullshitting. You're just chilling. You laid back with, your mind on your money, and your money on your mind. I know I said no more references. I lied. I'm a liar. I'm sorry. Now, I get it. But why do they think that's going to help? If you're not rewarding the employees who are doing well, why does it matter if you're spying on the ones that are doing the bare minimum? They're doing their job. They're quote unquote quiet quitting. All right, whatever. I mean, my thing is, things should be balanced. Things should be, I don't want to say equal, but it's kind of an exchange, right? Working is like a contract. You hired me to provide a service or to fulfill a group. Well, I guess it depends, because everyone doesn't have a group of assignments. I was going to say to fulfill a group of duties, a group of assignments. The point is, you hired someone to do a number of things. So if you hired this person to do the number of things and they're doing them, there should be no beef. In fact, if they're doing them and they're doing them well, meaning they are meeting company standards, they are meeting the expectations, then honestly, they should probably be moving up in the company at some point. I'm not saying in 3 days. I'm not saying in 3 years. There's a lot of things that can change the way that these things go, the way that these things flow. However, they should be, one, paid a fair wage. 2, they should be rewarded for doing the things that they're supposed to do. And let me be clear, because as a person who owns a business, I see multiple sides of this conversation. So what I mean by rewarded is, if a person is doing their job, if a person is doing the things that are required of them, then there's many ways you could reward this person. Some of the examples I gave earlier. Now, that's for the person who's doing their job, right? That's what bonuses are for. There are companies who pay people when they hit certain benchmarks. There are companies who promote people once they've reached certain benchmarks. Oh, you've been here a year. Here's what you get. Oh, you've been here 2 years. Here's what you get. Man, you've been killing it. You've knocked out every assignment for the last 3 years. We're changing you. You're now a supervisor. You're actually in charge of the 5 people you used to work with. Or you're in charge of the new group that's coming in. Yada, yada, yada. Y'all understand. All of those are rewards. Am I saying buy them a yacht, send them all, to, I don't know, the Hamptons for the weekend? No. But the person who is doing those things, the person who is now going above that, the person who's like, oh, listen, I saw that Tom wasn't here yet, so I just went and did these 5 things that needed to be done because, I know that some of them are time sensitive. Boom, I banged that out. Oh, listen, I know this report was due at 10 a.m. I start at 9, but I know that it takes like 2.5 hours to do it. And so is really depending on this report. So I came in early. I already banged it out. Here you go, boss. The person who's sending you a minute-to-minute breakdown of a crazy incident that popped off at work. Those people don't have to do those things. So the people who are going above and beyond, yeah, they should be rewarded. So I get it. What I'm saying is, and I probably just went all over the place, but what I'm trying to say is there's different levels. A job is an exchange. I do the work, I'm compensated. I do the work, I'm compensated. I do the work, I'm compensated. But no one wants to stay in the same spot. So eventually there are other things that should be happening. Am I saying you could do the bare minimum and then become the CEO? No. And that's not how it should happen. Although in some places it does happen. And that's another conversation for another pod. But the people who are doing the bare minimum are not doing anything wrong. Signing off at 5 o'clock, if you get off at 5 o'clock, is not wrong. We all just need to be realistic about what we expect from each other. If I am at a job that I know has no room for growth, or it has become very clear that they are not interested in promoting me, then I'm probably not going to do the things that are beyond my job description. It doesn't mean I'm going to be a bum ass nigga and do absolutely nothing and just put my feet up and be like, well, I came to work. I showed up. I did enough. No. You should do the things that you were hired to do, because that's what I'm trying to say. It's an exchange. I don't want to say it too many times, but that's the best way I could explain it. It's tit for tat. It's quid quo pro. Not really. Quid quo pro is another thing. But it is a one hand wash the other kind of thing. You're dependent on the job. They are dependent on you. And you kind of need each other. Although I know in corporate America, I know in this capitalist society, that's not how it's viewed. But yeah, we can argue in the comments. It's fine. Feel free. I'm ready. But the people going above and beyond, you got to compensate them. And really and truly, if you're not, then what the fuck would I go above and beyond for? I'm showing up early. I'm getting things done. Not me. I'm speaking hypothetically. I don't put my gripes on the internet. Not in this fashion anyway. And so if you're doing the things that are above and beyond and you're not being rewarded in some sense, and I'll be honest, sometimes there's no promotion, right? It's not even that there's not room for growth. It's just that, we just hired somebody right before you started here and they're killing it. You're killing it too, but we can't put you there because that's the next spot, but it's filled. Okay, but then there's other things you could do. Bam, here's some movie tickets. Oh, I heard you and your kid really like to watch Marvel movies and stuff. Bam, here's some movie tickets and here's some vouchers. Go hit AMC and do your thing. It's on us this time. Hey, I heard that, Susan told me you and your wife are about to have an anniversary. Well, here you go. The company got you guys a flight to, I don't know, Peru, wherever the fuck. And, you guys enjoy, all expense paid. It's on the company budget. There's plenty of things you can do. I'm just freestyling here. But companies can reward employees who are going above and beyond, and they should. People should be rewarded for doing the things that they do. Going above and beyond is not required. People have to be realistic about these things. As employees, we need to be realistic about what our employers are going to do, what our employers can do, and the job that you signed up for. On the flip side, employers have to do the right thing as well. People should not be in the same dead-end job for eternity. And those who are exceptional employees, those who are killing it, those who are going above and beyond, should be rewarded in some fashion. Now, I got one more quiet topic for you, but I pose it in the form of a question. Sometimes when you're having a good time, you got to keep it quiet. Like a Chipotle bathroom. You can't be in the Chipotle bathroom banging it out, having a good old time and screaming bloody murder, because now the fun's over. You've been caught. It's a wrap. My question is, with all of the surveillance going on, with all of the COVIDity, as my man Dre says, with all of the people recording things on their phones all of the time, is public sex dead? Can you still do things in public? Because I feel like yes. And I feel like that is still exciting. Because there's like danger. I mean, depending where you're doing things, you could get locked up. Honestly, you could get fines, tickets, all type of shit. But even just knowing like, we could get caught right now, butt ass naked, or whatever, with your pants down at your ankles. Like, that can happen too. That's not really fun to just get caught. Sorry. No, we'd be right out. Sorry. That's wild. I feel like that adds to it. Or if you just, shh, they're sleeping in the next room. Or if you at the movies and ain't nobody in your row, you can do some things. And by sex, I don't mean vaginal penetration. I mean sexual activities. I'm asking, is that over? Like, because everybody's on their phone recording shit. Like, if you even see somebody do shit, like, oh shit, look, you see them? You see these? Yo, look, second row. You see that shit? Oh man, let me turn on. I don't want to let me put the flash on. Boop, got him. I got him. I mean, Shade Room, World Star. What's the other one? Damn, I don't even know. There's another one, no? Shrug. Anyway, would you still do things in a public space? Do you still do things in a public space? And does the risk of getting caught make it hotter? Does it make it more fun? I think yes. I'm gonna be honest. I like public stuff. I like a little bit of danger. It's like a little bit of hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? Now the food is good, but I just want a little bit of, a little picante, a little something for the throat. A little something. Let me get a little extra in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right, I know, but let me just pop you in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Or hold on, what you say? You want to what? Let me pull my joint out. You know what I'm saying? My joint, not a spliff. Not one of those. The remote control, you feel me? The joystick. Whatever. Listen, I'm not against sucking a titty in the movie theater. That's what I'm saying. I'm not against a Chipotle bathroom. But y'all know this already. I've spoken about public stuff before. I'm curious in 2022, when so much is on camera. Woohoo. Hope I didn't leave a big ass fingerprint there. I'm wondering, does that deter you? I remember years ago, some of us in my friend group, as everyone says now, we had a conversation about having sex in the park. And one of my friends, he said he'd like to get busy in Central Park. And we were all like, no, that's a terrible place. He's like, no, there's so many good places. You could do it in the bushes. You could just behind the bench. And then if you got a picnic blanket, oh man, if you got 2 blankets, man, we be having some good sex in the park. And this was years ago. This probably was almost 20 years ago at this point. Actually, it may have been longer than that. I know I'm old. But we were telling him, fam, there's mad cameras in Central Park because of all of the crime and dangerous things that have happened in Central Park. You were on camera, player. He's like, nah, it was just a tree. Did that tree have a big ass hole? Did you check if that hole had a red light glowing in it or a green light or a light period? He's like, no. Fam, you on camera. Candid camera. You didn't even charge niggas $5.99 a month. You just gave it away for free. So my question is, are y'all with that? Have the camera scared you away? Have people recording scared you away? Do you feel like in this current climate, you can still do it, have fun with it, get away with it? Because public just means, public, not private, same as your profile, you know what I mean? Can everybody, public area, outside, in the car, bathroom, public, theater, I don't know, phone booths, wherever the fuck those are still at. Shrug. That's my question I pose. Is public sex still a thing? Is public sex dead? Are y'all still down to have public sex? Not with me. I'm saying in general. I don't want y'all to be like, oh nah, you said... Are we down? I almost quoted Tupac. Anyway, that's my question. And we are done here, folks. It is longer than I thought I'd pod. I enjoyed being here. I'm sorry I couldn't talk. I'm not making any more promises neither. I ain't going to do it. Don't look for me to be like, I'll be back in the... No, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. This was a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it. I apologize for quoting after I said I wouldn't quote and reference. It's embedded in me at this point. I'm sorry. I I almost did it again. Oh shit. He who quotes, you know what I'm saying? He who references. All that. What are your thoughts? Quiet quitting, quiet firing, quiet spying. That's not the name. I was saying that. But they're not telling you they're spying, so it might as well be quiet spying. Maybe this video will go viral and then they'll call it quiet spying. Probably not. I'm small potatoes, but we shall see. Yeah. That's all I got for y'all this time. Hopefully there's better things in the news cycle next time. News cycle. I don't like that term either, but a lot of podcasters use it. Anyway, we save that for another time. Also, if there are some specific sexual topics y'all would like to talk about, have questions about, please let me know. You can put it in the comments. You can DM me, email me, whatever. Plenty of you have my contact information. Is also on all the socials. Cherry Eggplants, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. If you're seeing this on a social, you can hit me here. I'm curious. Are there things that you guys are curious about, have questions about? Never just finish my pod, man. If you have questions about sexual topics, if there's sexual topics you'd like me to discuss, let me know. And I don't really like taking suggestions on political stuff because there's certain shit I don't really want to discuss. But yeah. And I think that's it for today. Thanks for being here. Thanks for riding along with me. Thanks for your patience. And that's it.